Here is the busiest time for airports. You and everyone else trying to make it home for the holidays. And let's face it, a lot can go wrong.
Certainly can. Wink News consumer reporter Adriana Shepard breaks down everything you need to know just in case your travels don't take off as planned.
A week-long getaway to Nantucket became a travel nightmare for Robert Myers, months before his flight even got off the ground.
There should be a better way than to just say tough luck.
In August, he booked a round-trip JetBlue flight from RSW to Nantucket for his October vacation, all with points. There was a layover in New York each way. About a week later, he got this email from the airline to give them a call.
They told me that that particular flight from Nantucket to LaGuardia had been canceled. They said it was not rebookable because that was the only JetBlue flight leaving Nantucket that made a Fort Myers connection. So I said, well, what are my options?
Myers says the airline told him he could cancel his entire trip and they'd refund him so he could book on another airline, or he could get on a different JetBlue flight from a nearby airport. Myers decided to keep his JetBlue reservation and chose to fly out of Boston. Since Nantucket is an island, he had to book another flight on another airline to get to Boston. That cost him an additional $270. Myers is upset JetBlue won't reimburse him for the extra flight he had to buy.
But there ought to be a better way to, obtain better customer satisfaction than what they did, which was nothing. They just said, there's nothing we can do about it.
Because you don't get corrected.
So I asked JetBlue if there was anything else they could do. A spokesperson told me the airline gave Myers around 2 months' notice that his scheduled flight was canceled, and another JetBlue flight out of Nantucket wouldn't be possible. They later gave him a $50 credit and a $60 refund for his bags. According to the U.S. Department of Transportation, airlines are only required to refund passengers when an airline cancels or significantly changes a flight and passengers do not accept alternative transportation. U.S. DOT data shows nearly 38,000 flights were canceled November and December 2022.
Through no fault of your own.
NerdWallet says if your flight is canceled, hop in line to speak to an agent and get on your phone and speak to an agent there too, so you have the best chance of getting on the next available flight.
But if you don't want to take that flight, if you just cancel it because the airline canceled your flight, you are entitled to a full refund, assuming you don't accept an offer to take another flight.
And if the flight is delayed for more than 3 hours, the airline might get you a voucher.
Most airlines won't offer upfront things like flight vouchers or meal vouchers, but often if you go to the customer service desk and you're polite, there's a good chance that that customer service person may try to help you out and give you some sort of compensation.
And don't forget about your bags.
So if you can pack light, result to just carry on, you reduce that factor of your luggage getting lost, but also if you need to change plans quickly, you don't need to worry about where your luggage is because it's with you.
If you do have to check your bags and they show up messed up on the belt, the U.S. Department of Transportation says they will usually pay to fix them, or they'll pay you the depreciated value of the bag.
Myers wishes the airline did more, like pay for his flight on the other airline, but he tells me he'll take the baggage refund and flight credits.
I just got the sense like it was, well, tough luck, we're sorry.
After all the hiccups we've seen with flight cancellations and delays post-pandemic, the U.S. Department of Transportation now has this dashboard. It shows what airlines will do and won't do if your flight is canceled or delayed. You can find it all on winknews.com. Back to you.